Alright, getting back on this case here. So I was trying to figure out what to do with my center bolt here. So on the M8 it's a flat surface over here. Twin cams are not. It's a big V-cut. So you can very easily just put a hole all the way through this thing and put a long bolt in there and tighten it up. Now the problem right now is that the 5/16 bolt goes in here and the cylinders are overlapped into the hole a little bit, so you can't run a 5/16 bolt. But you can put a 1/4 inch bolt in here. See, it fits right in there. Goes in about that far before it bottoms out on the case. So the case is only drilled about that deep. So we can thread it in here, probably all the way to here, and run this bolt in there like that, and be good to go. You can just put a washer right here and tighten it down. It'll probably seal all right. It'll float around where it wants to be, but it doesn't matter what it does. It sits where it wants to, and it'll probably work just fine and seal up. It's just a 4 1/4 inch long 1/4 inch bolt. The other option is to take a spacer here, which is it's a 1/2 inch 1/4 inch diameter spacer. Goes in there like that. So what I can do, I'm going to turn this down a little bit so it recesses into the hole. You can lightly press it into the hole, or at least put a little snot around it to hold it, and then tighten down against this, and there'd be a shoulder on this, and that would hold it dead center and give it a little better seal. So that's the other way of doing it. A little bit more work doing it that way, but I like that better. So basically I have about a 1/4 inch where it goes into the hole. So that is the game plan. So the first thing I do is get some measurements here, what size the hole is. And that should be well over 5/16. See if I can measure it. It's like around 330, 332, there's 332, 332 and a half. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle up and down. 332 and a half seems to be the size. So that's a loose 21/64, or it's a Q drill. It's probably a Q drill. 332 is what they used. Alright, so basic is 332. So if I cut the spacer to 333 or so, it should press in and hold a light press, and we stay in there a little bit before it spins out. At least it'll seal good if the light press. So when I was thinking about doing it, it'd be hard to hold this on to. I could hold on to it like an 1/8 inch of material and turn it down, or I could turn it down and then cut it in half. Get 2 of these. It's 3/4 inch long, so thinking that might be a better way of doing it. So I think that's what I'll do. I'll make 2. So I went for another job. At least I'll have a sample for the next job. It's almost good. So this is 3/4 inch wide. If you leave a 1/4 inch in the middle for the shoulder and to cut through, that's 1/4 inch each way for making your smaller diameter in here. So I'm going to do that. 1/4 inch each side. 280 max. And go from there. Alright, 5/16 sticking out. Get our mic here, see where we're at. Fairly sharp point. A little bit low. Close enough. All right. Perfect. each time, so we'll live with it. Okay, so I'm going to go 1/4 inch in, so the easiest way to do that is put a dial indicator on it so you know where we're at. We're at 431. Let's go down 100 now. 35 on this dial. Thought I was. 366. $66.5, so the caliper might agree with each other. That's a good thing. Closer. 348. Close now. Tell you about too much. Mike says 330. 8.5. Close. Either way, 4 or 5 thousandths to go. Got 4 off. $335 around the money. 10 is 35. 3 time to go. Right there, 333. Right on the board. Okay. Leave it there. This is our square. Remember what the cutting mic was here, I forgot. Okay, I'm going to chamfer the edge just a little bit here. Alright, that's half done. It's a pretty thin wall. That should fit in the case over here now. Be a tight fit. If it falls in, it's loose. Does not quite want to go in. It's good, nice and tight. So I'm going to do the other side. Don't crush it too much with the jaw, 6-jaw chuck. I'm going to do the same thing again. Except I forgot what number I was on. Oh well, we'll have to figure it out again. Good thing I know how to do that. Keep the cut light because we don't have much holding power. I don't want to rip it out of the chuck. Might be about it. Let's do 20 thou passes at a time. It's a little longer, but I'm breaking in there. Do 30. Push it to 30. Definitely more cutting, you can tell. And feed it a lot slower. So less cut, faster feed equals heavy cut, light speed. $385. Like the 20s. 365. 345. $345 on a nut. off. Back to the one. Okay, we were at 13, which is 8. 38. 4 off. Just under 35. So we're going to thou in 2/3 to go. No, it's too much. No, screw that. Go in the road. I would have cut 2. I would have cut 2. Not cutting too much. Half a thou over right now. Hard to cut half a thou. Not that much. See nothing coming off. There's your quarter, there's your half a thou. Saw absolutely nothing coming off. About 4/10 off there it was. 60, which is right there. There we go. People don't like my clutch going like this, but what do you think I'm going to use my going like this file? I got my arm laying on the truck. They probably don't like that either. Alright. So now, I got to cut this off without ripping it out. So I got to make a cut right down the center of this with a hacksaw, which is hard to do without going any extra. If I cut extra on one side, it just won't be flat. That's hard to do. So you can cheat by putting a little bit of mark in there, right in the middle, which wouldn't hurt. But I'm so close to chuck, it's hard to get that close, but we'll see if I get in there close. It's hard to get in there that close. Yep. Beat it over. That's how you do it. Go over to your touch. Pull out just a little bit. Make sure it doesn't hit. Where you want it. Right in the middle. Okay. put a groove right here in the middle, which is done with a V, so it's tapered. So now the hacksaw blade will hopefully stay in that groove. But everybody knows there ain't no damn way that hacksaw blade is going to stay in that groove. So you just have to go around the circle and keep it in the groove. As you cut a little bit that way, rotate a little bit more, cut it again. Keep it in the groove as we go. Basically, that you just make lots of little cuts, and if you look at it, see it stays in the groove. See, it's kind of nice and round. If you're cutting an angle, that thing would have been going like this. So you just do little facets at a time. So you can see each little cut, 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 and just keep doing it all the way around. And that'll give you a nice path to follow. Now at this point, you can probably try to cut all the way through, but it'll probably still walk over, because this blade will still cut sideways on you. Most hacksaw blades cut sideways. So I'll just keep doing my facet deal. It's been working, so why change? And that just cut through. See, I cut off pretty clean, pretty round. Good job. It's hard to work with these little thin parts, but it does work. I'm going to set this back up where it was. Go ahead and face this off and make it look good. And there's your finished part. So there you go. Nice little. The camera focusing on that, or probably on me. So anyway, there you go. It's 260 on the depth. Should fit in the case. And we stick a little bit of washer here, shoulder to tighten against without pushing through the case. So we do the same thing on this one. So that's the difference between the two. So you got saw cut versus cleaned off. Just enough pressure to hold it. good. Good, perfect. Alright, so let's see how close they are. So this one here is 333.5 length, 71 on the shoulder, and 3325 on diameter. This one is 3325, same number. 341 with the other one, 337. This one's 80 thou here instead of 70. Yeah, so 7 thousandths difference there. So it's a little bit thinner too, 335 versus 341. So 6 thousandths difference. So I can cut this to be the same, but there's no reason to, it doesn't really matter. So we got 80 on the shoulder on that one, 71 this way. So this one's a little bit deeper than that one, I guess, on the depth. Not sure why. 270, that's why. Cut deeper. 265, it's hard to get an accurate measure when you do them this way. About 266. This one must be closer to 260. Yeah, 264. Yeah, 263. It's just a couple thou thinner, which makes the head thicker, plus it's taller overall, so that's why it's got the extra thickness on the top. Error in the manufacturing. It's hard to get good help. And the important part is diameter identical. 32.5 on both of these with the caliper. Now the mic was different. Calipers are not accurate to 1/4 thou and 1/2 thou numbers. Mics are. So you can see that one just under the 33 number. And this one is barely over 33. So it's about 1/4 thou difference in the two of them. So 1/4 thou accuracy on a crappy old lathe isn't too bad of a job. Okay, so I got that part done. Let me get out of the case ready, go cut the case.